What is happening in that Game Dude here, and I'm going to be going through the LEGO video game tier list, but I'm going to be specifically looking at all the games that I played on PS3, which I think are about 15 or so. So we're going to be going and looking to tier list those. So we've got our tier list here, S, A, B, C, and D. And yeah, just jump into it. I don't think I need to explain how a tier list works, so let's start off from the very beginning. Indiana Jones 2: The Adventure Begins. So this is the first of... So I played them all in release order. So this is the first one that came out on PS3 that had trophies on it. Of course, we're not going to be talking about... Actually, is it on here? Give me a sec. It shouldn't be, but LEGO Rock Band is an exception. That and... So there's two exceptions, Lego Rock Band and Lego the Lord of the Rings, yeah. I did play Hobbit though, that was fun. Lego Indiana Jones 2, this is going at a C to start off with, because when it came to the Lego Indiana Jones, like, I get that Lego Indiana Jones 2 is meant to cover the fourth movie, and that Lego Indiana Jones 1 covered, 1, 2, and 3, like all three of the movies earlier on. So unfortunately, because there's only six, yeah, there are 6 hub worlds that you can travel through. 3 of the hub worlds are specifically related to Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. It is a fun game to play through. The hub worlds are really nicely designed and junk. It's just that because majority of the actual game focuses on Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is kind of why I'm ranking it a lot lower, because let's be real, I don't think a lot of people, when they think of Indiana Jones, are going to think of Kingdom of the Crystal Skull of all things, and not say something like Temple of Doom. Temple of Doom is the first one that comes to my mind. Last Crusade. Both of these absolutely great movies, but not Crystal Skull though, definitely not. Anyway, after that, we jumped in... What did I jump into after that? It was Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. Was it Pirates? Yeah, it was Lego Pirates for next. Lego Pirates gets an A. I think that Lego Pirates is great. It did a great job in introducing the Lego version of everything. Yeah, it's taking in scenes from the movies and spitting them out. Unfortunately, the level count is a little bit low, so it doesn't go into much detail on certain aspects, and is only picking and choosing the big events while trying to keep things as intertwined as possible, just so things make sense. But let's be real, there is no voice acting in any of the Lego games up until Lego Batman 2, so the Legos still did at this point have a lot of personality shown off, both in terms of expression and movement, so there is that at the very least, if nothing else. But yeah, Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, a fun adaptation of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. They did do the 4th movie as well for that, which was... yeah, that was fun. Anyway, so yeah, I think that that's fun and definitely deserves A. Next we have is Lego Harry Potter Years 1 to 4, as soon as I can find it. So that's 5 to 7 over there. Lego Harry Potter Years 1, 2... Ah, there we go, found you. Right in the middle. An introduction to Lego Harry Potter. I thought that this was a lot of fun. A lot of the spells did carry over from Harry Potter lore into Lego Harry Potter. The spells are well used. The main events that they focus on, specifically rather than the interludes in between, do feel at least genuinely fleshed out. There are some good challenges and some good puzzles thrown in for good measure. So you do need to be thoughtful about how you use your spells and how you move around and stuff. All in all, it covers my favorite Harry Potter movies as well, so I guess I don't really have anything else to mention. It is just a fun time, and it is well put through from the movies to the actual game, just as much as Pirates of the Caribbean was. Next we have is Lego Harry Potter years 5 to 7. This one I'm going to give a B because I didn't really like these Harry Potter movies, and unfortunately, because the Lego games are based off of a very specific property, it does to some extent need to stay true to some of those properties. And so in the case of years 5 to 7, it did have to focus a bit more on the movies and books, which I didn't really like the later parts of. So unfortunately it did kind of suffer in that sense, so that's why I put it at a B. Okay, now I'm just going out of order, and I'm just going to do the ones that I know of for sure. Games that I played. So order is out the window, unless where's Lego Star Wars 3? Should be somewhere around here. Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga, Lego Star Wars the video game, Lego Star Wars 2. 3 is right here. I'm like completely lost in the source right now. Lego Star Wars 3. I'm going to give that a C rank because, actually no, I'll put that at a D. I do not like Star Wars at all. I'm not a fan of Star Wars, and Star Wars 3 does focus more on Clone Wars. Unfortunately, when I was going for like all of the Chivos in the game, it was a significant more of a drag and a grind than most of the other games up until now. And I could genuinely feel it because I just don't really have that emotion towards Lego Star Wars than say other properties like Lego Harry Potter, which I feel a lot better about. I like that more than Star Wars. I like Pirates of the Caribbean more than Star Wars. So it's just that me not being a fan of Star Wars really didn't do it any favors in that regard, so I can't help but just put it at a D for that. Now moving on, we have Lego Batman 2 DC Superheroes. This is where voice acting is introduced, and I think moving forward every game will have voice acting in it. This one is going at a C. I like the open world of Gotham, so like you can kind of go around in Gotham. There's stuff all over the place to really be able to take in. The fact that you're playing as superheroes means Superman is OP as hell, so he'll get you through like a significant majority of the collectibles. He was one of the main characters I played as because he is multiple characters in one. At the end of the day, certain characters completely break the game, like I said, like Superman, who just is practically invincible on the get-go, can fly around, lasers, super strength and all that. We have a lot of characters. There's not a lot that happens with a lot of the characters, and the collectibles did feel like a bit of a drag after some point, because at this point the number of gold bricks needed to 100% the game was driving me up a goddamn wall. And also I'm not too much of a fan of superheroes, which probably didn't help matters in DC's case here. Now moving on from that, we have Lego Marvel Superheroes. This is also going to go at a C. It was far more time consuming than it had any reason to be. Again, I am just not a fan of superheroes, especially in the Lego universe. Yes, you could do a lot of really unique creative things with them. I just wasn't feeling that here. That, and also by this point I already started to kind of feel the Lego fatigue, but I still kept powering through some of these Lego games anyway, so it is what it is. Moving on from that, we have Lego Movie the video game, which is probably my favorite piece of Lego property, or like my favorite Lego video game specifically. Reason being is that A, it's short, B, it's to the point, and the thing is that it's actually based off of a movie that is a Lego original property. So if you're only taking the elements of like an hour and a half long movie into a 15-hour video game, well, the game can actually be beaten in like 7-8 hours. It doesn't take long. It feels like it feels like it has more of its own identity. It emotes a lot more. I feel like there's a bit more soul in Lego Movie the video game than say Lego Star Wars or the superhero stuff. My beef with Indiana Jones is purely just you gave way too much time to Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. and that alone was enough for me to be like, this ain't it, chief. But yeah, moving on from that, we have Lego Batman 3. Lego Batman 3 is an improvement upon Lego Batman 2, so I'm going to put it at a B rank. In saying that, it did feel like a drag, especially with Marvel Superheroes and Marvel Avengers, but it doesn't, it wasn't that bad as a whole. Collectibles are missable. Like going back and getting all the collectibles was kind of annoying. But then again, that's every Lego game, so that doesn't really matter. Except Lego Movie, the video game, for some reason. That was less intrusive. Yeah. In saying that, I did bring up Lego Marvel Avengers, so I might as well put that in here. That's going at a D. I think I hated Lego Marvel Avengers, to be completely honest, because Lego Marvel Avengers just felt like more Lego Marvel Superheroes, and I didn't like Lego Marvel Superheroes. On top of that, by that point, when I was playing Avengers, I was like, I am just tired of playing Lego games, and this was the second to last Lego game I played. The last one that I played was, and I might as well chuck that up on here, Lego Star Wars Episode 7. Yeah, I think the Lego fatigue is where most of my negativity is coming from in relation to specifically Avengers and, Lego Star Wars Episode 7. Though in saying that, even if I was nice to Avengers, I would not be putting it any higher than a C anyways. So, that probably isn't doing it much in the way of favors. Next we have is Lego Jurassic World. Now, Jurassic World, I'm going to put at a B. I think that Jurassic World is clever. It makes use of the dinosaurs, it makes use of the characters, and it does cover the original trilogy as well as Jurassic World. Yeah, it does the original trilogy. So it does 4 movies, just like Pirates of the Caribbean and Lego Indiana Jones 2, and gives equal prominence to each of the movies. Not being much of a Jurassic Park fan isn't going to be much of a bother, but at the very least, it exudes a lot more creativity than say something like Lego Marvel Avengers, Lego Marvel Superheroes, Lego Batman 2, and certainly more than Lego Star Wars. So it certainly does, at the very least, belong higher, if nothing else. Next we have is Lego. Lego Ninjago. Lego Ninjago. Actually, no, wait. That is not the Lego Ninjago that I played. I had played Lego Ninjago. Not Ninjroids, I think it was this one. My bad. I did not play Lego Ninjago on Vita, which is the Ninjroids one. I actually played Lego Chima, which I'm going to put at a C because as another original Lego property, it just wasn't that great. It wasn't that fun to play through. And it felt like some really dumb coming of age story where there was no coming of age at all. So it was just kind of there. It existed. It did a thing. And then it farted off. So, yeah. Lego The Hobbit. I thought Lego The Hobbit was good. I wouldn't say that it's great by any means. It was a fun time to play through. It was incredibly creative in the way in which it presented itself. Element of Tolkien lore. The Hobbit movies in general. And yeah, I mean, I had fun. I thought it was great. I think that the collectibles were a lot more fun to collect than most other Lego games. So you know what? B is not where Lego Hobbit belongs. It should be A. It's a lot better than I'm giving it credit for. Yeah. I'm just trying to see if there's any other Lego games that I've played that weren't on the PS3 but I played sort of earlier on in my life. And the only other game was on the GBA. I played a Lego Star Wars game called Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga, and I'm going to put that at a B because nostalgia. I don't remember much about it. I played it on the GBA. It was a total of 9 levels spanning across... Well, no. 9 levels, what am I saying? It spans across the 6 movies, so the original trilogy, and then, well, episodes I played episodes 4 to 6 first, and then 1 to 3. But yeah, I just had fun. So that is only a B due to nostalgia. Beyond that, I actually don't really know what I would have given it unless I go back and replay it. And let's be real, I played way too many Lego games, so I am good, thanks, as far as that's concerned. But with all that said and done, that is my tier list of the Lego games. It's a lot shorter in my explanations in this one because I think it's more so based on the properties than it is because it's an adaptation of an original, like, you know, its own property, unless it's an original property, in which case, you know, there may be some stuff that it has value in or might have more of an explanation about. But I think, yeah, there isn't really much to share when it comes to Lego. It feels like a very sort of surface level adaptation of something that already exists and that people already think is good, know is good, or would like to think that it's good and keeps going with it. But yeah, so with all that said and done, that was my list. Let me know what you guys thought. I'll of course share the link of this one down below in the description, and feel free to share your own lists as well, and feel free to put in more Lego games. Of course, you can see at the bottom you're not limited as I was, because I don't really play much in the way of Lego games. But yeah, and that's about it from me. See ya.